going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the German Bear Podcast. And today we got the film room episode on the matchup between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. And in today's film room episode, I want to focus on the offense once again, but this time a bit different. We won't include the running game today. It will be all about the dropbacks and the passes of Justin Fields, or how he escaped the pocket and ran it for himself. And overall, I want to look at, obviously, Justin Fields, our quarterback, how he looked. I think he still has some struggles that showed out in this game. Then the offensive line got blamed for this game heavily. I think they had a better game than most people think. So this one will be interesting as well. And then obviously also the skill position players, running backs in there in the passing game and pass pro as well. And the tight ends, and obviously also Luke Getsy's play calling, how he put his players in certain situations or positions. So let's see what the Bears did in the game against the Giants. And let's start off with the film room. So now in the film room, we want to start off with the first passing play for the Bears on offense. And then this one, they take somewhat of a PA shot or play action attacking cover 3 right here. I think a really good call overall by Luke Getsy. We can watch it first of all. Got a deeper completion to Darnell Mooney, who just has a sit route. Just in between the zone, between the linebackers and the corner / safeties. Beautiful play call and execution overall. When we look at the routes, Darnell Mooney, like I said, will have a sit route right in between the safeties and the linebackers. As for Dante Pettis, he somewhat runs a post curl right here, has another sit route or zone beater against him. Doesn't work for him, but Darnell Mooney gets open, so beautiful read by him as well. And then we have EQ, who just acts like a blocker for a second and then goes out there into the flats as a check down as well. Overall, really good look against cover 3. Amazing throw by Justin Fields with good zip on it. Good read, great route. Also by Darnell Mooney, found the soft spot, love that. And like I said, overall great execution, great concept. For your understanding, just the zone play for them is just going back into his deep third, his corner or that safety here covering his deep third, and then you'll have this corner go out in his deep third, right? And then you have this safety / corner. I don't know what it is. Looks more like a safety. He's going to come down, and all these guys will cover the space right here. So you have this zone here to attack, the red zone right here, or the red marker. This is where you can attack them. So beautiful concept to attack right there at the beginning of the game to give Justin Fields a comfortable throw. And like I said, beautiful thrown ball. Great, not anticipation, but just good pace on that ball to get it there. Put it on his chest, good catch, and overall a great play. As for the offensive line, I mean, very solid pass protection overall as well. Really like it, what they're doing here. Everybody's locking them down. I mean, look at that. Cole Kmet against Thibodeau, really good job. Khalil Herbert and pass pro doing a good job. And overall, just a clean pocket for Justin Fields to stand into to get this throw off. So really nice job by the Bears right there. As we'll then move on to another 1st and 10 right after this play, the Bears decide to pass it once again. And this time, this is just, I mean, bad personnel for me overall. As you'll see for the route combination, as Justin Fields scrambles for 16 yards right here. When you look at the formation itself, I mean, you can do that, but the personnel for me is not great. When we look at the route combinations, we have just a dig route by EQ. As for Cole Kmet, he will have an over route. And on the other side, we will have Kari Blasingame with a route into the flats, and Westco with a simple hitch route, right? And for me, this one is an okay play call. You can attack them once again in this zone right here. But overall, I think the problem with this play is, like I said, just the personnel. So this one is on Luke Getsy because you got Trayvon Westco as a receiving option, Kari Blasingame, your fullback, EQ, who is a good player, but not as good as a route runner as Darnell Mooney. So I would have loved to see him in there because he can make some people miss. He can run some crisp routes. EQ is not the best route runner out there. And then Cole Kmet just can't get separation in there as well. But really, this side bothers me with Westco and Blasingame, 2 players that are not really good pass catchers. So I mean, I love the pocket. You will see it in a second. Also love the patience by Justin Fields. Goes through all of his progressions. But as you'll see, nobody's open. Everybody's locked down. Nobody's open. Yeah, just the play didn't work. Bad personnel. This one is for me on Luke Getsy. And also love the awareness right here by Khalil Herbert. He has a route into the flats as well, and he's going to turn it into a wheel to give Justin Fields space to run it. Absolutely love the awareness right there by him too, but really calm in the pocket right there. Justin Fields has a great pocket, and then escapes the pocket, uses his athleticism. This is what he does best. Gets out there and gives the Bears a first down. Beautiful play, or good execution by Justin Fields on this one. Here you can see him go through his progressions too, but look at the offensive line. Thibodeau against, or is it Thibodeau? It looks like him, against Braxton Jones. Absolutely love it all around. Great pass pro. Cody Whitehair will be missed. You will see that later on as well in this film room. This one is a big loss for the Bears, but overall, good pass protection, super clean pocket. And then at some point just has no options, escapes, and gets the first down. Beautiful, beautiful play by Justin Fields. Absolutely love it. As for the next drive that we have, we want to start off on a 3rd and 2 situation. It's just one play right here that we want to look at from this drive. Or is it even the same drive anymore? Yeah, it's even the same drive, just later on the first offensive drive for the Bears. And this one is kind of tough. It's a good play overall by Luke Getsy. I really like the design this time. When we look at it, you'll have just 2 sit routes, or no, 1 sit route right in between, right in between safeties and linebackers. Once again, they will have Cole Kmet with a crossing route with, in this time, I think it is Dante Pettis. So they create somewhat of a natural pick right there. You'll see Mooney goes with him to the inside, tries to create a natural pick, and then goes up there and oh, that's really badly drawn. But goes out there with the corner route. And I think overall is a really good concept. You got better personnel on the field this time. You got Mooney, you got Pettis, you got EQ, you got Cole Kmet. Just this time, bad execution by the offensive line, especially one guy, Sam Mustipher. You will see it in the end zone angle. Overall, he has 2 players probably open. When you look at the right side, Cole Kmet and EQ both get open. I think nonetheless, no matter what happens right here and right here, right in between the zone, if Justin has time right there, and this one is definitely by the offensive line, he just could step into the throw, but he can't in this one. And yeah, just doesn't find the open option and runs it for himself for a couple of yards. I think that's even a first down, so still a great job by Justin. Love seeing that. As for the offensive line, you just have to focus on Sam Mustipher right here. I mean, the guy's just too easily getting beat. Look at that. After the second, he's getting beat. I think the tackles are not really beat. Justin just could step into the pocket if Mustipher can hold on and zip it right into EQ's hands or whatever, Cole Kmet, as he's crossing over here. So really bad execution overall. Would have been a good play, good call, just not a good execution by the offensive line. And they cause a scramble by Fields, who does just an outstanding job evading the pressure and getting a first down. Great job by Justin. And now we're once again with a 3rd down situation. Still the first drive of the entire game. 3rd and 7 this time. And we can watch the play as always. First of all, as we hear right here, just have, throwaway by Justin Fields, incompletion. I think overall it's a good play call. I really like it. I don't have a problem with it. We can start with the right side. We will have just a little switch release right here. Somewhat of that natural pick again. We'll have just a outside release corner out in corner. Even it more looks like a out in corner even by Darnell Mooney. As for EQ, he will just have a slant right here. So just that right here pick. Natural pick again. They love to do that, or Luke Getsy really likes to do that. As Cole Kmet, who's motioning over, will have an over route, and Dante Pettis will have a corner or somewhat of a post corner in there as well. As for Khalil Herbert, he has another check down swing route into the flats as well. And when we look at it, it's just this time, first of all, good decision by Justin Fields. Has nobody open on this play. And just bad execution by the wide receivers. We need them to step up. We need some separation by them, and nobody really gets separation right here, right? Cole Kmet is locked up. EQ, Dante Pettis, I mean, he's double covered somewhat. They got him covered, and Mooney is the one that I really would like to give a shot because, I mean, he can still go up and get it. I think he's better at that than Dante Pettis, but also Fields has pressure in his face this time too, so no help by the wide receivers. Just not a great execution by the offense overall right here. Just like I said, good decision by Fields. You will also see the right side of the offensive line with the right guard. At this point, with still Cody Whitehair being in, Lucas Patrick and center Sam Mustipher just getting beat in a double team by Dexter Lawrence. That's also should not happen, especially with a double team, so still puts pressure on Fields, gets hit, unnecessary pressure. But yeah, incomplete right there, but still I think a good call. Just the wide receivers need to get open more frequently. As we will now move on to the second drive of the Bears offense, and the Bears start off with an absolute banger in this one when you look at it, and there you have it, just the bug with the Game Pass at the moment. This green screen or whatever happens, this bug really bothers me, but it won't happen that much, I promise. But big shot play, 56 yards to Darnell Mooney. I mean, the play call is pretty simple overall. You will just have a simple outside release go by Mooney. Just take a shot with him, or he somewhat gives him an inside release, but then puts it into the outside. We're outside the numbers again, so really love that route by Mooney. And then we'll have a deep crossing route by EQ, and also a little route into the flats by Khalil Herbert on a play action as well. But beautiful shot play, beautiful throw, beautiful placement by Justin Fields, as we'll watch it again. Perfect placement, and then just big time catch by your wide receiver one at the moment. Look at that beautiful concentration over the shoulder catch, and just nicely ran route. Love the protection on this one as well. We'll look at from the end zone angle, but great play to start off a drive. That's how you want to start. Get a big chunk play, and obviously the Bears couldn't convert it into a touchdown, but still, a good play overall to see that. And there you have it again. Cole Kmet against Kayvon Thibodeaux. First round edge rusher this year. He is so good at blocking this year. He is really not bad. Overall, love the protection. Clean pocket for Justin Fields. Not really any pressure coming in there. Look at that. Just beautiful execution by the offensive line. And Justin has enough space. Beautiful release. And then once again, beautiful placement. Love the falling down over the shoulder catch by Mooney. This one is difficult, so really good play to start off that drive. As we'll then have a quick little run play in there. We can watch it, but I won't comment it too much. I mean, just not space right there for Khalil Herbert. But then the Bears decide to go with a 2nd and 8. We can watch it first. Decide to go with a quick little tight end screen. I think overall that's a pretty good call. Give your tight end, who is able to truck players in and carry some people forward, the ball. I think that's not a bad decision. You'll just have, I think that's even Corey Blasingame out there. So like the personnel out there, and Amir Smith-Morset out there blocking for you. And then you have just that quick little out to get the ball into your playmaker's hands. Obviously, Thibodeaux got in there and got his hands on it, batted it down. But at the same time, it was a roughing the passer call. Yeah. I think it could have worked. Good call on 2nd and 8 for some yards to set up a nice 3rd down. And there we can see it again. I mean, not too much on the offensive line. You leave one rusher out there. You just have an overload blitz again with the linebacker here, Jalen Smith, I think it is, blitzing in there. So couldn't put it away from him. Not really on Justin Fields. Just a good play by the defense. As we'll then have another 1st and 10 after the roughing call. And this one is a really rough one. Really rough by Justin Fields this time. I mean, the Bears tried to go with a bootleg, which is an okay decision. And there we see the formation. Oh, that was not my intention. Right here. As for the routes, I think this one is really working out this time. We'll start off with Mooney, who sits over the ball right here. Just over the center, he has a sit right there. Then you have EQ with a sit or hitch here, and Cole Kmet with a quick little flat route as well. As for the other side, we have a deeper over route by Dante Pettis. And when you look at it, he really has two open guys right here. And this one bothers me because I don't understand it. You got good play action sell. You obviously have one rusher on you. You trust your quarterback to make this guy miss. That's just how that play works. And then you have two guys open, and Justin Fields just doesn't see it or doesn't trust his throw. He just needs to keep his eyes down the field and take this shot or this quick little completion. I mean, we're talking about the 1st and 10, and there you have it. Right away, Cole Kmet is open. Cole Kmet is open, but he panics, tries to run it. Also, you can put that easily on EQ as well, just for a couple of yards. So I don't know what he does on the field at times, but Cole Kmet was open from the beginning. I think he even looks at it, but just he doesn't trust himself, has a pass rusher in his face, and just tries to make something happen, but just take the easy yards. Would love to see that from Justin Fields. This is obviously not a great look for him right there. And this happens, that will happen a few more times in this game too. Like, he is still missing open guys, and I don't know what it is. Like, for me, right there, Cole Kmet is open. Cole Kmet is open right here. You can see it from this angle too. Right here, he is open. That's enough leverage. That's enough separation in the NFL to get a throw off and potentially even get a touchdown. Because if Cole Kmet catches that right away and turns up the field, that could potentially be a touchdown. So really, I didn't like that play by Fields overall, but it is what it is. He just needs to get better at that. So now moving on to the drive number 3 by the offense, and we'll start off with a 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard run by Khalil Herbert to start off this drive. And this one, really, once again, prime example, next passing play. Just like I said, not a great execution by Justin Fields, missing open guys this time again. For me, there are 3 guys even open on this play. I don't know what he does right here. We'll have a switch release on the backside with, I think, Trayvon Westco tight end and Cole Kmet going to the inside right here with somewhat of a corner post. I don't know what it is, in route, quick in. 5 and in, I don't know, whatever. And on the other side, the backside, we will have, first of all, a corner, classic corner by Jake Tonjes. Also, Ihmir Smith-Marsette with a speed out. And on the opposite side, we will have just a shallow cross by, or shallow route by, it looks like Trestan Ebner isn't even. Yeah, running back Trestan Ebner. So give your talented receiving back a chance. Empty formation, empty set. And this one really pisses me off, honestly, because for me, he has all 3 options right here open after a period amount of time, right? And for me, first of all, he has a clean pocket. Right here, you take Ihmir Smith-Marsette. You could put him on. Yes, there's a defender lurking, but you can put it on Trestan Ebner just a few seconds earlier, and he has a catch. Ihmir Smith-Marsette can have a catch, and then especially Jake Tonjes develops open down the field as well, as then Justin Fields somewhat panics or tries to escape the pocket, and at this point, he's out of the pocket, right? First of all, Jake Tonjes is super open. Like, we can rewatch that. Or right here, he's super open. He has all the space in the world. Ihmir Smith-Marsette is right there. First down marker is here. That's an easy first down too. And then Trestan Ebner, who just makes something happen after the route, helps his quarterback, works towards the sideline. He is open as well. He has 3 guys open after he scrambles with no pressure in his face. No pressure. And then just decides to throw it way too late. That's probably called a pressure as well on the stat sheet. That's why stats will lie so much to you guys. But really did not love the reads by Justin Fields here. He really had 3 guys open, decides to throw it away late, which doesn't make sense to me either. And when you look at the offensive line, that's great pass protection. Tevin Jenkins in there, absolutely dominating. Love it. Larry Borom one-on-one doing a great job. And then you have a triple team on 2 guys right there as well. Just why does he escape right here? Larry Borom is not getting beat. Larry Borom recovers. He has all the time to work. He can stay in there, maybe take a shot to Jake Tonjes, or get it to someone else later after they just improvise something, right? But he escapes the pocket for me, no reason, and then throws it away way too late, or throws it way too late. So not a great play by Justin Fields right there. As the Bears then afterwards, 3rd and 6, go out again. I mean, this one is really tough for me as well. Justin Fields scrambles right away. Once again, great pass pro by the offensive line. No problems with them. As for the route combinations on this one, I would have loved him to take that shot to EQ on this one. Just outside release go. Give your 6'5" receiver a shot. Would have loved to see that. And then you will just have two deeper outs by Dante, Pettis, and Darnell Mooney. Pettis gets open late too. And like I said, would have loved to see him take that shot to EQ, trust their wide receiver, let them make a play. But then right here, super clean pocket, and you will see right here, Pettis getting open. And if he stays in the pocket, just stays calm and stays in the pocket, gives his receivers a chance. He has an easy completion to Dante Pettis, who runs a really good route. But what does Justin Fields do? He escapes for 11 yards, gets the first down, all good. But by the end of the day, you want to see him just develop as a passer, right? Everybody's talking about that all the time. And here you see it. Offensive line, once again, super clean pocket. I think, really, this is the best people you can put out on the field with the offensive line besides Sam Mustipher. Get Lucas Patrick in for Mustipher. Let Trayvon Jenkins play at right guard. The guy is insane. I love him. I will do a separate film room episode on him. I have that planned. Hopefully that goes through, but he is looking amazing, especially in this game. And there it is, clean pocket. And Justin just scrambles for no reason. You have all the time in the world. Nobody's getting beat. Tevin is locking him up, even Sam Mustipher. And he decides to scramble. And yeah, gets a first down, which is great. Shows how athletic he is once again, but really would have loved to see him just stay a bit more patient there in the pocket. So now moving on in the third drive of the Bears offense, we have now a 1st and 10, and the Bears decide to get with a little play action, get this going right on 1st and 10, and this time just simply Justin Fields overthrowing Trestan Ebner. There's still lots of small mistakes with Justin Fields. I mean, it's pretty simple. The play design is just play action. You have Mooney who comes over, I think, behind the line even, not in front of them. And then you have also Ebner in there, and it's just a designed route to quickly get it into the flats, into your playmaker's hands. But Justin Fields just simply right here misses that throw. Obviously, it's a tough angle because he has a rusher in his face, but still, I mean, as an NFL quarterback, you have to just make that catch. Everyone else, I think, did a great execution on that play. When you look at the line, they sell it well. Also, Ebner wide open here. That's an easy first down, even more yards if Ebner can turn up the field quickly. So that obviously has to be better, but that can happen, as we'll then have a 2nd and 10. Bears follow that up with a tight end screen to Cole Kmet. This time, really good execution. We'll watch it from the end zone angle. Really love what the offensive line does right here. You can watch Trayvon Jenkins a bit closer. Trayvon, I mean, I love this guy. Like I said, I will make a film room for him exclusively probably this week. Hopefully this week. Let's see when it comes out. But look at him. Just good blocks, athletic in the second level. That's why he is so good at guard. Absolutely love that. As we'll now see a quick little pitch for 2 yards to Trestan Ebner, I think. Yeah, we have one run play in there, but then the Bears go back to pass the ball again. Real quickly. Right here, we'll have 2nd and 12. Oh, that was a -2 yard pitch. Justin Fields sacked this time. And this one for me is just, I expected that to be a factor in this game because the Giants love to blitz a lot. They have Wink Martindale as a DC. They will blitz a lot with the linebackers, and this time they just brought an overload blitz with 2 linebackers through the gaps. I mean, obviously not a great execution by the offense. Doesn't help your quarterback if you don't have any time. This one definitely on the offensive line. And Khalil Herbert, I mean, he has to pick up at least one guy cleanly. Fails to do that. Number 54, Jalen Smith, I think it is, goes by right away. And also Sam Mustipher. Very bad execution here. That could have easily been stopped, right? You only have 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 rushers, right? And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 offensive linemen. Usually you should be able to pick that up, but right here we have a triple team. Mustipher has to take on 54, and Herbert has to take on 48. Is that Tay Crowder? But very bad execution by the offense. They need to give Justin Fields more time there. And it's just, for me, get Mustipher out of the lineup. Khalil Herbert had some better pass protection sets later on. I don't think that's his biggest problem. Just right there was speed. And then the Bears followed it up with a running back screen. Just this time, perfect execution. Once again, love what Tevin is doing in the second level. We can watch it from here right away. But overall, big play for 24 yards. Good call, I think, as well. Really caught them off guard. They blitzed it again with the linebackers. That worked out perfectly. You got the O-lineman right in front here. 3 guys, and then Herbert, just lots of space, good routes to open up the middle. Really nice concept. Love this one. And then when you look at Tevin Jenkins right here, bang, second level, works perfectly right there. First guy, second guy. Love his aggressiveness. He is moving out there. He really is one heck of an athlete. As we'll then have a new first down, which is great, but doesn't end well. We will see in a second. Right here, you see the execution again. Love what Whitehair is doing. And then right there in the second level, Tevin Jenkins, number 76. Really good blocks in front as well. As we'll then have, like I said, a first down. And this time we'll have a Justin Fields fumble. Sacked on that play, somewhat sack strip fumble. Yeah, tough play overall. Good decision though. Still like it. I mean, when you look at the routes, he's trying to hit EQ, who is just on that, once again, somewhat of that natural pick route. Right here, he is open. He wants to take him, but I can say it over and over and over again. The pocket is clean. It's not the entire offensive line. Really, it is basically one player. And that guy is, no surprise here, Sam Mustipher. Gets speed after 1 quick second. There you have it, right there. First second. Justin can't step up in the pocket because the tackles, yeah, they lose it somewhat, but they can still push away their edge rushers, right? They're one-on-ones. But if Mustipher, the center, gets speed and he has pressure right away from the middle, that's obviously very bad. Can't step into the pocket. Would have been an easy completion, but ends up in a strip fumble. Obviously not a great execution there by the offense. As we'll now move on to the 4th drive of the Bears offense. Last one obviously stalled with that fumble by Justin Fields, which I don't blame him for. And the Bears started off with a 4-yard run for Khalil Herbert. Now on 2nd and 6, the Bears decide to pass it, play action pass. And then, incomplete pass was ruled incomplete, was ruled complete first. But after the challenge, it was ruled incomplete. Good challenge for them. I think the ball is okay. It's still a bit underthrown. I understand that he wants to put it in front of him rather to give the cornerback Adoree Jackson here a chance to pick the ball, but still he could have laid it out a bit higher and towards the sideline. Overall, though, I think it's a pretty nice play. Well ran route by Darnell Mooney right here. Really love that. As when we look at the end, we need better execution there by the entire offense. Also, when you look at the offensive line, I mean, we can watch it. One guy again, Sam Mustipher, 76 in the middle. Right there, allows the pressure. Unnecessary pressure. Justin would have had more time to step in there cleanly. Gets a bit affected by that as well. And just once again, Sam Mustipher beat. I mean, this guy is horrendous. Why do you keep putting him in the lineup? I don't care. Put Lucas Patrick at center and put Michael Schofield at left guard. I don't care. We don't want Sam Mustipher. He is horrible. He's maybe an okay backup that knows the calls and can get in there at times when somebody's injured. But now with Cody Whitehair out, that really puts the Bears in a bad situation, because without Mustipher, I think that's a good offensive line that can hold the pocket. It's just at times not possible. And there you have seen it. Justin Fields sacked. We will just watch the offensive line here. This time it's Lucas Patrick beat. No one open there as well on that route. Just no help overall. So the supporting cast was really not that good. But there you have just Lucas Patrick this time getting beat. And I don't blame him. Like, they can beat once or twice, right? They're low money free agents, right? Lucas Patrick was not a huge signing, but he's doing his job for most of the time, right? But man, Sam Mustipher is doing his job like once every 10 plays. So it's okay, it happens. But overall, very bad drive by the Bears. No good passes in there, just constant pressure. And this definitely needs to get better. And that drive for the Bears stalled pretty quickly, so now we already have the 5th drive of the Bears offense. Starting off, the first pass was on 2nd and 10. This time they want to run a tight end screen, as you'll see in a second, but Justin sees something on the backside. This time really don't love the read by Justin Fields, because he has a great tight end screen that would work. Right, he sees the leverage right here and wants to just take the shot to the slant route, which is okay. But as you'll see, as the play develops, you have these linebackers dropping into coverage. I think him not, he's probably going to rush him, but you have that linebacker dropping into coverage. That corner is watching it closely too, watching his eyes. So for me, I know, or I understand why he does it, but at the end of the day, I think throw the screen, throw what it's called. It's just you have the matchups there, as you'll see in a second, as soon as the screen develops. Right there, for me, you had two linemen already moving. You have Cole Kmet right here. I think he has lots of space to work with. That clear route works out perfectly to get that defender away from the play. So I didn't love it. I think you have a window here. Also, the ball is batted, but for me, that's too risky. Just stick with the play and get it to Cole Kmet. But whatever works for them, maybe later this season it works for the Bears. So I don't want to complain about that too much, as we'll then follow up a 3rd and 10. No completion here, obviously. And this time, this one is really, really tough for me. We'll see the play again here, but now that 3rd and 10 play, we can watch it right away. This one really freaks me out about Justin Fields, because I don't know what he sees at times. It's really frustrating. You'll see it in a second. Maybe you've already seen that play somewhere in the internet, but overall, we have just a simple 4 verticals play. We have outside release go, and then you have 2 goes in the inside as well, with a more like seam route by Darnell Mooney, right? He turns his eyes a bit faster towards the quarterback, looks at him, and runs kind of just in between the seams, right? In between the hash marks. So this one is just tough because Darnell Mooney gets wide as open. Perfect call against their look. I'm not sure if it's cover 2 or cover 4. They give him a too high look, and they just perfectly spread it. That safety totally bites right here. This guy bites totally on EQ's route. And as we'll see, it develops completely open. Clean ass pocket by the offensive line. This time he has all the time in the world. And what does Justin Fields do? He scrambles. I don't understand that. He's panicking. Maybe it is because some pressures are allowed, but he has a clean pocket more often than not, in my opinion, and he just unnecessarily steps out and panics. Right here, he decides to run, even though Darnell Mooney gets wide open for an easy touchdown. That's an easy touchdown for him, and he decides to scramble and run for the first down, which is okay. 12 yards, great, but by the end of the day, we want to see him develop as a quarterback. I said that earlier too, and for me, that's just super frustrating. We can look at the line now too. I mean, look at that. Tevin Jenkins dominating out here. Tackles doing a good job. Yes, there's somewhat pressure, and I understand why he gets out, but Braxton Jones recovers right here. He recovers. That's way enough time to step in there and make a throw. That's a clean pocket. So it's really frustrating right now with Justin Fields. I don't know what it is, but he definitely has to get better overall for the Bears to have a successful future. Yes, there are no big weapons for him, but at times they're wide open, and he just simply misses them. And I mean, it's right in his sight too. Like, it's right in the middle of the field. As we'll then move on 1st and 10, Bears decide to go with another play action pass. I think it's a good design overall. He has players open. You have, obviously, first of all, the motion by EQ, who just then simply runs a wheel route. And Dante Pettis just draws a player as a clear to the inside. I think it's designed to EQ. But when you look at it, we have an overroute by Darnell Mooney. This one gets wide open too. And then you have underneath the route by Cole Kmet into the flats as well. So he has several options right here. For me, Mooney was the way better throw, because when you see how it develops, EQ will get clamped. Or not clamped, but it's double coverage basically. Safety reacts. And right here you have Mooney wide open in the middle. Like I said, maybe it was designed to go to him, but if not, that's really frustrating because Mooney was wide open 2 plays in a row and just dangerous thrown to double coverage. I mean, I wouldn't really recommend you doing that, but yeah, it's like I said, really frustrating at the moment, and it's not helping that everybody is complaining about wide receivers or the O-line, because it's also the quarterback. Justin Fields is not doing well. So just the overall offense is very frustrating to watch at the moment. So now moving on to a 3rd and 15 play, we can watch it first of all. This one is just a simple tight end screen this time. Cole Kmet is lined up in a trips form. We got a trips formation, right? 3-by-1 formation right here. And this time Cole Kmet is lined up out wide just with a little tunnel screen. I know it has that, or a now, where he just sits right here, bang, gets the ball, and these guys are about to block. Whichever guy becomes like your nearest guy, you block him. And yeah, it's an okay execution. It's a good play, I think. I mean, 3rd and 15, I would have liked to be the more aggressive maybe. But, I mean, Justin has shown that he's not really finding the open receiver. So maybe it's also logic to give him just a quick little route to get him in better field goal position, which the Bears, I think, end up doing right here too. And right here, it is stopped, but I love the dedication by the O-line. Also right here, Tevin Jenkins just dominating guys out here. It's hilarious, but love the push by the offensive line. They go in there, fight, push their guys. Like, I really love the dedication and the attitude by our offensive line. Definitely better than the last couple of years. And then right here, boom. Oh my God, I love Tevin. Like, this film room is going to be a lot of fun. I don't want to take too much away from that. Really love what he's doing, and great play and push by the offensive line here. As we'll then have the first play of the second half, and this one is pretty interesting. The Bears started off with a try to pass it on 1st and 10, right? And really nice scheme overall. Great completion here. You'll see it bootleg this time. Good call. And then Trayvon Westco for a big play, which is surprising because Trayvon Westco is obviously known for his blocking, but not his passing. This time you have, once again, a heavy set. Didn't love that in the first half, but this time it makes sense. You showed him a heavy run set. And you have just Trayvon Westco running the over route, the climb over the middle, and then you'll have just a clear route, somewhat of a post or just a go clear, whatever, by EQ. And then you'll also have Cole Kmet with a little wheel route there. Very badly drawn, excuse me, but doesn't matter. Overall, good execution. Line sells it with the slide protection. And then you'll have the great sell with the running back. Here, enough space, and then good read. Nobody else is open truly, so take it. Good throw, good zip on it, puts him on him, a bit high maybe, but good catch by Westco. And then you have a nice game, which is obviously beautiful because that's simple football. That's what we want to see with the Bears overall, as we'll see it from the other angle too. Beautiful sell. And then Westco gets open right there, right behind the linebacker. Great catch, good run after the catch. Love it. Good play by the Bears. So now we want to look at another 3rd down situation, this time 3rd and 9. And I think Justin Fields had his ups and downs this game, but this one is definitely an up for me. We can watch the play first of all. Not a very too difficult of a throw, but great completion to Darnell Mooney for a chunk completion. 18 yards here. Very decisive throw though, so love the decision. Love how he puts it out there with a little sidearm, slings it out there. Good placement overall. As for the play, we will have a dig by EQ and a crossing route by Darnell Mooney. We have that a lot now. Really a play Luke Getsy loves to get into. And then we'll have a deep curl by Dante Pettis as well, who gets actually open on this play. Love how he ran this route against leverage. Really good call right here. Good concept against cover 3. Once again, attack the space between linebackers and safety right here. That's single high safety, middle of the field closed. So this time, you're using your off defender to your advantage right here with Dante Pettis, who gets open as well. And then just nice route right here. You have Pettis, really good route, and then also crossing route open to Darnell Mooney. Get it into your playmaker's hands. I accept that and just really love this design, love the execution, good offensive line play, great play overall. Probably one of the most cleanest executions we had all day. We had multiple receivers open, clean pocket, great throw, great execution. Love this one. Definitely beautiful, as we'll watch the offensive line for a second as well. Just beautifully done. I mean, they only have 3 rushers, so you expect them to do good, but still a good job against more players in coverage. Love this one. Really good design by Luke Getsy. So now we have another situation where we have a 2nd and 6 this time. Let's see what the Bears actually call here down in the red zone. Interesting stuff that we have here, but really don't love the play calling on this one. I mean, you're already down, you're only converting field goals, so you finally need something. And for me, this is a off coverage beater for me. Like when you have leverage against your cornerbacks, but I don't really love it against a press corner and they press all over the field. You have just a speed out that usually works against lots of leverage, excuse me. When you have lots of leverage, that works out pretty good. But against press, it's just really tough. You need to run a good route, and EQ just doesn't run a super precise route, so it's covered up quite nicely. I think he still makes a throw that is catchable though, and on the backside you'll also have Pettis, I think it is Pettis, with another out route, a deeper one a bit, and then a lower one speed out by Darnell Mooney, and you'll also have 2 sits, one by Cole Kmet and one by the running back Herbert. So overall, I think the play design is okay. On 2nd and 6, get some yards, but I really would have called that against some more off coverage type of stuff by the Giants. They have it not much of separation. He still can catch that for a few more yards, but I mean, I think even the placement is pretty good. I mean, it's low and away from the defender, right? That's the only place you can even complete that. So good throw by Fields. You just have to either make the catch, which would have been nice, or yeah, just call something else here in Luke Getsy's situation. As for the overall, I mean, protection, it's just a quick little 3-step or quick drop back for Justin Fields. So obviously the line holds up in those, or should hold up in those plays. And then we'll have a 3rd and 6, another tight end screen. Yeah, another tight end screen. I mean, at this point, it's just too much for me, honestly. Too many tight end screens. They sniffed that out at one point. At one point, they will know which routes, or the routes are not even ran like really well. Like just, it's just not a great call overall. Again, 2 calls in a row that I really don't like. Wide receivers aren't getting open in the red zone too, so it's tough to really put it all on Luke Getsy, because what should he call? That's also the question. But really didn't love another tight end screen. Gets defended well. Just not a great call overall, but it's, like I said, very tough to evaluate the offense because we have players not getting open, and you have to put up some more quick passes, some screens. I think that's a good idea, but just didn't work out this time. So the next situation that we want to look at is now a 1st and 20 for the Bears after, I think it was a false, no, not a false start. Was it a false start? I don't know what it was by the offense. But overall, Bears have to start off 1st and 20, and this is the call they go with. We can just simply watch it. Really did not love the scheme right here. I would have loved them to attack it a bit different. Justin Fields escapes the pocket, gets 5 yards with his legs. This time really did not have anybody open, so no mistake by him. The concept is pretty simple. You just have 2 deep curls by Pettis and by EQ, and then you will have these blocking route, act like a blocker out into the flat routes that we have seen a lot in that offense actually, and I just don't love that call. Why? Because for me, they play where they give you the same look, the same cover 3 look, and the Bears decide to go away from attacking the in-between space between linebackers and safety right here. And in my opinion, there should be at least one route that attacks that to at least attract the attention or get some confusion going with one of these corners and the safety, you know? So I would have loved them to attack it a bit different. I think you should definitely force a defense to change their scheme, or they should force you to change your play, right? You run it as long as you want to, and as soon as they can stop you once, you'll change it up. But the Bears did not do that. I think they succeeded with over-the-middle routes, crossing routes against cover 3 a lot in this game, but somewhat went away from it here on 1st and 20. I mean, they want to go for a first down, obviously, with 2 deep curl routes, but just nobody open there. It's not really also on the wide receivers like curls. Yeah, you can run them certain ways, but at the end of the day, it's just good defense. Not on them, really, just on the scheme. Didn't love that. Would have loved them to attack the middle a bit more. When we look at just the interior, also, Justin Fields, no time. And why? Because of one single guy again, Sam Mustipher. He needs to go. Look at that. In between 1 second, he's already beat. How is that possible? The rest of the line is holding up so well. And this idiot, I'm sorry, this idiot gets to play the whole game and gets beat all day. And this is for weeks now. This is every single week. I can't, bro. he would have so much time stepping into the pocket, and the O-line doesn't deserve the slander. It's Sam Mustipher that deserves everything of that. So that really pisses me off, but on to the next play. And now we got a 3rd and 11 situation, and this one, it's not on the offensive line, not on the wide receivers. This is once again a very frustrating situation for me personally with Justin Fields. Just a prime example that maybe the pressure allowed by Sam Mustipher all game long can affect his patience in the pocket, but this one really bothers me again. We saw that now a couple of times in this game, and that definitely has to change. I'll just let it play for a second and then talk about it. Really pisses me off, this one by Justin Fields. I don't know why he gets out of the pocket. Once again, it's a clean, super ass clean pocket. As clean as it gets. Why do you leave the pocket again? You have guys open. As for the concept, we'll have just right here, quick out. And this time it makes more sense. You know, this is what I was talking about a couple of plays ago. This is lots of leverage right here. This is leverage. If you have that and you go with these out routes, they will work. They will work because corners have to react to it and mostly are too slow for it. So this time it works perfectly. Good call by Luke Getsy. Love that. And he has both of those guys open. And then when you look at it closer, you also have a deeper corner by Darnell Mooney. He could potentially be open as well. So you have guys wide open. And Justin Fields just panics in the pocket and decides to leave it with a clean pocket. Nobody pressuring him. And I want him to just trust the throw, and I mean, I don't know what he's doing here. He's literally running into the rusher. We can watch it from the end zone angle too. I don't understand it. I don't know what that play was. Very bad execution. As you'll see right here, you have guys open. First of all, here, right here, EQ gets open, Pettis is open, and then later on when you watch it too, you'll have the corner go down here, bind on him, and then you will have potentially Darnell Mooney open. But the play can't develop because he scrambles after 2 freaking seconds and gets out of the pocket there. So I don't understand that. I really don't love how this develops because this has to stop. I mean, he has a clean pocket. Look at it. Look at it. The only guy that might pressure him is Kayvon Thibodeaux, and he's triple teamed. He's not going anywhere. You have a double team here. You have a double team here. Nobody is in his way. He can stand there all day long here as well. Why is he running towards the... Stay here. You have all the place in the world to all the time in the world to stay there and make a throw, but he just literally runs into the rusher. Really don't know what he does right there. Incomplete pass. Not a good look for Justin Fields. So now moving on to the next situation, which starts off with a 2nd and 4 after a Tristan Ebner run. And this one this drive, the Bears start off with a play action. The first pass of this drive is a play action pass, trying to get a deep shot right here. And this one is just overall a bad execution by the wide receivers. I mean, you once again show a heavy look with 2 tight ends in there and a 2 tight end set right here. And when you look at it, as a play in general, we will have EQ, I think it is, on the top of your screen with a over route. Then you'll have both Trayvon Westco and Cole Kmet acting as blockers, and then both just running out there and waiting for the ball as some checkdowns. And then you have Ihmir Smith-Marsette, who motions in right here. He's going to run a somewhat of a post corner, right? And he just gets bumped right there with the defender. Justin wants to hit him here. That's the shot play to Ihmir Smith-Marsette. This is what he did for the Vikings a lot so far in his career. That was his main role, just basically big plays. And the Bears trying to give him one here, but he can't execute here. You can watch it again. You'll see it just getting bumped right there. I mean, also good job by Kayvon of just like here chasing the bootleg, but here you have it. He gets bumped right there, and then just the whole timing is off. Justin has to escape. Still wants to find Westco. Should have been a catch. I think that's a good play by him, just escaping a very athletic rusher and Thibodeaux. As for the offensive line, just good slide protection, good sell on that. The linebackers totally bid on it, and then just can't throw it because Ihmir Smith-Marsette got bumped there and was not running his route. As for the next play, the Bears move on in a 3rd and 4 situation, obviously with the incompletion. This one, really great throw. Love the concept. Love the idea of just giving a guy a chance. I think it would have been better if a guy like, honestly, right here, EQ would get something like that. Just ISO him and get him a shot because he's 6'5". He knows how to do it. Dante Pettis is not my favorite option, but for the routes on this play, we have a must outside release go and a beautiful ball by Justin Fields. Really love this one. Great placement. Could have been even more towards the outside shoulder, to be honest, but still a really good throw, and it just right into the chest. Dante Pettis just can't hang on to it. So these are the plays that we need our players to make. Obviously, Justin needs help, so this was obviously not helpful. As for the rest of it, we have a deeper crossing route by Darnell Mooney. He also gets held right there, so a pretty big missed call. And then somewhat of a in/skinny post/ whatever by EQ, and a route into the flats by Cole Kmet. As you'll watch it, we can first of all see the hold against Darnell Mooney. You can focus on him right there. Big hold, just stretching out his jersey. There you see it, grabbing on to it. That was a big missed thing. And then beautiful ball, high pointing it. Good job also body control wise, turning his shoulders, turning his body towards the ball by Dante Pettis. Just by the end of it, couldn't hang on to it. We will see it from the end zone angle too. They can see it a bit more clear. As for the offensive line, this time Tevin Jenkins gets beat. I mean, Dexter Lawrence was having a monster day, but overall Tevin had an incredible game. Like I said, you can't get beat once or twice. It's just Sam Mustipher getting beat all the time. I think for the rest of it, it's just unfair to judge, but still an okay pocket. Obviously, you take a shot, the ball will get out quickly, so it didn't matter too much, but I just wanted to say he got beat right there. Beautiful release, and then right here, he has it. He has it in his hands. He's about to make a play, but drops it at the end, which was obviously not great. And then the drive ends in a 3-and-out. So we just need our wide receivers to make more plays overall. And now we're already facing the last two plays of this film room episode, the last two passes that we want to look at. Some bad quality here by the coach's film, but it will get better in a second. This time Justin Fields tries to drop back, just has pressure in his face right away. And I mean, for this, it's really tough for me why they call it like that. We don't even have to look at the routes. I mean, we can quickly do that. I mean, the concept is okay. It's 3rd and 3, so I have one issue with that play too, but we'll have, I think that's Dante Pettis with a curl, Darnell Mooney, which is a go route, and then Cole Kmet with an over route, as well as EQ down here at the bottom of the screen with an outside release go as well. And for me, that's just, we only have one for sure check down here with the quick little hitch by Dante Pettis. And for me, on 3rd and 3, you want to give your quarterback some more shorter options because you want to convert that first down. It's a crucial drive. Let's get a conversion first and set up a bigger play on 1st down, 2nd down, whatever. So really didn't love the call in the first place. And then you will just have that overload blitz that we saw earlier today as well in that film room. Just no real check down besides a hitch, like I said, and not a great concept on 3rd and short. And then, I mean, you also have to expect the blitz as well by them, right? You have 3rd down, backed up to your own end zone. Obviously, they're going to bring some blitz here and want to pressure Justin Fields. So no really short routes for him to work with. That was already a fail, I think, on that play. And then you have just overload blitz. This time, Khalil Herbert does a great job and once again have something similar. Sam Mustipher has to pick that guy up. They have to recognize that earlier. Herbert does a good job picking up one guy for a second, but the other guy comes through faster, and that just forces the throwaway. Still got the ball off, which is great, but obviously it has to be a better call there overall, not really on the offensive line. Just didn't love the call, like I said. And now we're going to have the last play, the last passing game play for the Bears on offense this game. We did not look at the last drive right before the half, which was just some desperation stuff. So that was not that just necessary to look at, and as well as the last drive of the Bears offense. That was just that crazy, I don't know, desperation stuff as well. So without those plays, I think we're still good to go. They don't give you as much as information, right? Know what I mean? But here, 2nd and 4, this one is really interesting still. Bears show heavy formation, have a running back right here, and I think this is, once again, not a great decision. I don't love the decision by Justin Fields right here. I understand that he sees the leverage, but it's a Dory Jackson, it's a fast corner. I would not throw that because he's waiting for that to happen. You have just Darnell Mooney with a quick little now screen as an option. Now, if he sees something well for yeah, just if he thinks the box is loaded and the one-on-one matchup to the outside with lots of leverage is worth taking a shot, and he does that. He decides to throw it. It was an initial run, and I mean, for me, when you look at the end zone angle, there you have it. Not much room here. What is it? A 1-yard completion on 2nd and 4. I think on 2nd and 4, you actually hand it off to Khalil Herbert. Want to know why? Just because of the matchups, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blockers in the box. And obviously it's a stack box, but 8 guys against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, they match it, right, with 8 guys in the box, but still, I would have given that to Khalil Herbert. Trust your running back, get the few yards, because the corner was waiting for that route. And Mooney's not the biggest. I mean, he can make some people miss, but right there, no time for him. And I just didn't love the decision by Justin Fields right here. So overall, that finishes up today's film room with all the passing plays, or most of the passing plays, of the Bears offense against the New York Giants. And I think still overall the theme for this team is execution. There's times where Justin Fields misses guys wide open or just doesn't even throw it because he's just panicking in the pocket, unnecessarily escapes it, and pressures himself basically with running into offensive linemen. He should be more patient, should be a bit more, just wait a bit more in the pocket, right? You have guys open, you have players developing. Obviously, then there's plays where the wide receivers are not helping him, not getting open on simple routes, right? That has to get better as well. Hopefully, N'Keal Harry can change some of that, but I'm not really believing that he can be a big part of this offense, honestly. And then you have the offensive line. I think everybody's bashing them. If you bash one guy, it should be Sam Mustipher because he gets beat all the damn time. But overall, I think the offensive line is not bad. You saw the film room. You saw all the passing plays, basically. And the line is giving him good pockets. It's just him panicking or Sam Mustipher most of the time, just allowing some pressures right there. So obviously we have to change something with the center position. Hopefully Cody Whitehair is not out too long. He's on IR now, so he will miss at least 4 weeks. But yeah, it's just a tough position overall. Then you have Luke Getsy at times not bringing out the right personnel or making some weird calls on the field as well. So we'll just all around have to get better. It's week 4 of a new offense. Let's see how they develop throughout the season. If it's the same stuff at the end of the season, we should definitely worry about it. But for right now, stay calm, give the offense a chance. I think they're good assets to work with. Obviously, it's not the most talented offense in the league. It will never be at the moment. It's just not possible. We can't sign just a big guy right now. We can't trade for it. We could trade for one, but I think next year will be the year where everything could really explode. Let's just hope that simple mistakes get fixed by the offense. That would be the perfect thing to see, and just offense develop a bit so we can go into next year more confident with better weapons and a better team overall. So with that being said, thank you for watching today's video. Like and subscribe if you like it, and definitely let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Bears' performance against the New York Giants. Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you want to as well. You can check it in my channel bio. And as always, guys, bear down.